Good afternoon, colleagues in History 2602, Louisiana History. My name is John Fitzmaurice, and I shall be your professor for this fall's online survey class. I would like to take some time to go over your syllabus, which is located on your Moodle pages, and which I have now sent to your emails. Now, let me share my screen with you so that we can get underway. Now, looking at your syllabus, which I have here, you will see that this class is an online class. There will be no class meetings this semester. We've changed that from an in-person class to an online class because of the low enrollment. Now, I shall send to Moodle my PowerPoint lectures, which I expect you to open and view. They are YouTube files, but they're done in PowerPoint format. You're going to need to be a self-starter in this class. Carve out time in your day away from family and distractions and go to class. Now, I shall be keeping regular office hours during the semester, and my hours are listed right there on your syllabus, Monday and Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. However, I am also able to meet with you either via Zoom or in person and by appointment. Now, I placed a Zoom link in the welcome section of your Moodle, which you'll see right here. There's your welcome section. There's the Zoom link. The code for logging into my office hours is right there. Now, if you prefer to meet me on campus, my office is located in room 143 of the Liberal Arts Building, set back a little and cat a corner from the Cove. Now, going back to the syllabus. You're going to scroll down to see all the educational speak-like goals, what you need to understand, comprehend, and be aware of, and identify, and so forth. However, let's boil down what I want for you by the time you finish with this course. Obviously, those of you who are majoring in or thinking of majoring in history, I want you to know this material very well. For the rest of you who have chosen some other major, I want you to be able to finish this class and not be susceptible to someone putting a microphone in front of you, asking you a simple question about U.S. history or Louisiana history, and you becoming an instant YouTube or late night sensation for being so abjectly ignorant. You see, there are far too many people walking around right now who do not have even the slightest understanding or interest in history. And some of them, not too long ago, we used to call Mr. President. Now let's flip back over to Moodle. You're going to have two books to read during this class. One is the official textbook, Louisiana, A History by Bennett Wall. The textbook contains readings that supplement your notes. Now, if money is a problem for anyone in getting any of the text, please let me know immediately. There are means of dealing with these things. Now, the second book is your outside reading, The Earl of Louisiana by A.J. Lieveling. And I expect everyone to obtain that either from the bookstore or Amazon, which might be cheaper, and begin reading as soon as possible. There'll be a test on that book later in the semester. The Earl of Louisiana is as good a story about Louisiana as there are. And it's also a very good history. So I expect you to feel as if you learned something important about Louisiana. Now, back to the old syllabus. I have here the class expectations and guidelines. I expect each student in the class to make at least one documented visit to me during the semester, since you are already planning to be on campus for the class anyway. Just one time. It can take place in person, or it can take place on Zoom. It won't be long. It'll consist of just meeting me and saying hello, but I do expect the meeting to take place before Wednesday, September the 14th. Now, when it comes to communication, I am going to communicate with you through your UNO email account, and you're going to communicate with me directly through my UNO account. Under no circumstances whatsoever will I send class-related emails directly through your personal email accounts. Check your UNO accounts regularly, that would be once a day, for important information. In addition, I do not discuss grades on email. That is against the law. I just recently had it out with a student back in the spring who, despite signing the syllabus signature page, asked me to give the grade over email and then got angry and confrontational because I refused. So the dean handled that situation. Do not make it so that the dean handles that situation. You will have the ability to track your grades through Moodle throughout the semester, although Moodle is not always the most accurate tracker of grades. That's why I keep it on a spreadsheet as well. Now, when it comes to tests, you're going to take several online tests, a midterm exam, and a final exam. All the tests will consist of multiple choice, matching, short answers, short essays, and long essays. No makeup tests will be given except in the case of a documented serious reason. And please, this is not high school. No extra work will be given to ameliorate a grade. Do not ask. You already have extra credit that is on there. Back to Moodle we go. In addition to the required readings in the textbook and the assigned readings, students will conduct research and then write a paper on a race riot that occurred here in Louisiana. And you see this right here. Pay attention to the requirements for this paper. In the welcome section of Moodle, there is what is called a dummy document, which you see here. Please make sure you view this PowerPoint and take the lessons to heart. Writing properly is one of the unstated goals of this class, and whether you've had good training or not, I want you all to be able to write with competence. I am more than delighted to have you come by and share rough drafts with me prior to the deadline. That's why they pay us the big bucks. And I do not need to talk about academic dishonesty, which I have here in red, beyond saying that it is far better to take an F and live to fight another day, even to fail the course and come back and take it again, than to cheat, plagiarize, or do anything that would jeopardize your college career. With an online class mode, it can become very easy to cut corners, follow the rules and the protocols. I have here the grading system that I want you to see, very cut and dry and up completely to you. Let me just say this. Every student in my class who completes all the work, completes it on time, does even a little extra credit work, and gives me their best effort, and finally shows even a modicum of interest in the subject, is going to come out of this class with at least a C and probably higher. That's my guarantee to you. Now, after this are all the items that the administration mandates that we put on our syllabi. They're all very important, but I'm not going to go through every one of them with you except for one of them. We're not all that removed from a very difficult time of social isolation and anxiety about public health that has different effects on different people. If you're having difficulty of any sort, please know that there are licensed professionals right here on campus whose job it is to help you through the rough patches. Seek them out when necessary. And if you feel you cannot go alone, then you will come find me and I shall walk you over there. Enough personal stuff. Now, here's the schedule of classes and assignments and quizzes. They're all subject to change, but I do promise you that any changes I make will always operate to your advantage. I'll never move something forward. I'll always move it back. Last but not least is the syllabus signature page. This is your basically signing the contract. You've read and understood everything that's in the syllabus, and you will abide by the terms and conditions. Please download the page, sign it, scan it, or take a photo of it, and then return it to me in the syllabus signature page submission box on Moodle no later than Wednesday, September the 28th, 2022. So I hope this clears up some of the things that are expected of you in this class. Just remember to stay on top of all the lessons this fall. Reach out to me through email so we can chat on Zoom if you need assistance. Good luck this semester, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Hey, that's a rather catchy phrase. Someone ought to bring that up in a movie or something.